In 2025, building a lean business isn't just a strategy, it's a necessity. The era of bloated startups, massive seed rounds, and luxury office spaces is over. The new economy doesn't reward flash, it rewards precision. And in this landscape, empires are rising from bedrooms, garages, and coffee shops, not boardrooms. From zero to empire is no longer a fantasy headline. It's a real, replicable blueprint. And this year, the rules are different. The dreamers who move like operators, the creatives who execute like engineers, and the underdogs who refuse to burn cash are the ones quietly stacking millions while others still pitch ideas on slides. It begins with simplicity. The most successful founders in 2025 didn't start with 40-page business plans or complicated funnels. They solved one burning problem for a hyper-specific audience. That's the secret. Clarity. Most people try to sell to everyone, but real traction starts with one painful problem, solved better, faster, or cheaper than anyone else. Want an empire? Solve one problem. Solve it in a way that's unforgettable. Build around that pain point like it's the center of your universe. Everything else, growth, money, traction, comes from that nucleus. The lean business of 2025 uses speed as its greatest weapon. Forget waiting 6 months for a polished product. Winners are building MVPs in a week. They test using real feedback, not just validation from friends. And they're not afraid to kill ideas quickly. This is the age of rapid iteration. Founders are shipping ugly versions, tweaking based on user behavior, and scaling what sticks. Perfection is the enemy. Feedback is king. If you wait until it's beautiful, someone else already launched something uglier that works. And then there's automation. The leanest empires in 2025 aren't run by massive teams. They're built on systems. AI is the new intern. Chatbots handle customer support. Automated outreach closes leads. Custom GPT workflows write sales emails, generate content, and even negotiate with vendors. The smartest founders aren't just delegating, they're automating entire departments. They build once, then duplicate. The goal is never to work harder. It's to work less on the parts that don't matter and obsess over the parts that do. Time isn't a cost, it's your edge. Lean also means financial discipline. And this is where most dreams quietly die. Founders blow money on ads before they've nailed the offer. They hire teams before they have predictable cash flow. The lean blueprint flips that. In 2025, successful entrepreneurs run their businesses like surgeons. Every dollar has a job. They don't chase vanity metrics. They care about cash in, cash out, and what moves the needle. They don't rent fancy offices. They close deals from their phones. They know that ego is expensive, and ego doesn't pay the bills. The rise of solopreneur empires is proof. One person, a laptop, a productized service, a highly specific audience. That's the formula. Whether it's a $500 course or a $10,000 retainer offer, the best in the game have stripped away the fluff and built streamlined money machines. They niche down until they're the only option. They charge premium prices because they deliver outcomes, not time. And they never scale by adding complexity, they scale by improving efficiency. In this world, the less moving parts, the better. And let's not forget the new platforms that are creating leverage overnight. A 30-second short can bring in 10,000 visitors. A viral tweet can close a week's worth of business. A single well-timed newsletter can turn a product into a movement. The lean business owner knows this. Attention is currency. But they don't just chase trends. They position themselves as experts in tiny corners of the internet. Micro-authority matters more than mass popularity. You don't need 1 million followers. You need 100 buyers who trust you. Build the right tribe and you'll never worry about sales again. The infrastructure has changed too. In 2025, it's never been cheaper to start. No-code tools let you build apps without developers. AI designers generate logos, websites, and branding overnight. Distribution is global from day one. Payment processors handle subscriptions without any dev work. You could build a fully functioning digital business in one weekend with a $100 budget. What's missing isn't tools, it's focus. The lean empire builder doesn't chase every opportunity. They pick one lane and run. They resist the urge to diversify too early. They know that discipline is more valuable than ideas. Every distraction is a delay. Every delay is lost momentum. They pick a vehicle, a service, a digital product, a SaaS, a community, and they double down until it prints money. Then, and only then, do they expand. In 2025, shiny object syndrome is a death sentence. Consistency wins, execution wins, boring wins. And here's the truth few want to say out loud. Most people don't fail because their idea was bad. They fail because they got bored. They quit when it got quiet. The empire isn't built during the exciting launch. It's built during the repetition. The content you post when no one's watching. The emails you send when no one replies. The calls you make when the leads feel cold. That's where the foundation is laid. If you can outlast the silence, you'll outgrow everyone. In this new blueprint, lean doesn't mean small. It means smart. A 7-figure business with 3 people and 0 debt is more powerful than a bloated startup with a fancy valuation and no profit. The new power is agility. You move faster. You change direction quicker. You respond to the market in real time. You adapt. That's how you win. And there's one more piece, the most important one. Belief. Every single founder who built something from nothing in 2025 had one thing in common: unreasonable belief in the outcome. When the revenue didn't come, they still showed up. When friends questioned their choices, they still built. When the platform algorithm changed, they didn't whine. They adjusted. They didn't need permission. They needed purpose. And that belief created momentum. That momentum created customers. And those customers built the empire. So, what's the takeaway? The 2025 Lean Business Blueprint isn't complicated, but it demands focus. Solve one problem, find one audience, use smart tools, automate what you can, protect your cash, build in public, master distribution, ignore the noise, and never stop moving. You don't need a co-founder. You don't need an investor. You don't need a perfect pitch deck. You need discipline, clarity, and a willingness to do the unsexy work until it pays off. Because in 2025, building a business isn't about waiting for a break. It's about becoming so good they can't ignore you. Subscribe if you're building something that doesn't look flashy now, but will be unstoppable tomorrow.